You know, when I moved into this house, I moved in such a rush. I was in between so many projects. I didn't think so much about these flowers, so I just put them wherever I thought I'd see this, they'll see the sun. And because they're succulents, I knew they're going to survive. So today I'd like to repot them. This is a washroom. I put some there. Which I think is a good thing, because now I learned something about these flowers. In my former place, I used to put them in a balcony that was well lit, and they never grew this tall. So it took the darkness of this house, or the limited lighting, for me to realize that it requires limited lighting for it to grow. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll research. Another set of flowers are in the kitchen. Put them here. So we need to remove all this and figure how you're going to repot them. These are the pots we got from TRM. I didn't get a brown one. I would have loved for them to just be one color, or at least either a blue, either this green or this black, but here we are. From overthinking self, I think getting both colors really helped me, because now I'll never wonder how it will look on either. So let us try to do this. We'll start by taking all these flowers and putting it in one area. Sasa, which is the better one area? I think we do the bedroom. It has a lot of space. They're very succulents. Look at how dry this soil is. Even these ones have started drying. Look, but they're not really. You see, there's I think I'll do the repotting here in the bedroom. I used to have 3 of these vases, if you remember. Live, love, laugh. In my house at TRM, they broke the one that had the name Laugh. Then I gave a former love interest the one that had love. Yeah, I felt the need to share that, because now this is officially a journal of the season. And the former love interest became former barely 48 hours ago. It's hard. If some of these flowers survive, yani, I'll have new respect for the succulents. I don't know how the world chooses to repot the flowers, but I'm such a basic human being who has never really gone classes for this. So we have this, the bumps here, then there's this. So I'm going to put these bumps down so that it creates it leaves space for water to just seep in slowly into the roots. So that is the first thing. The second thing I want to do is determine which flowers go where. I don't have a criteria, but gun to my head, I think these succulents are called the zebras. I find this zebra to be very beautiful. Like, they don't need a fancy pot for each to announce itself. And since black is as basic as it gets, I think I put these Hawathias here. Let me put some water. If my memory serves me correctly, I know it's a little bit bad for someone to water succulents, especially when they're being repotted. But you see, like this one, it is hard to remove it from its soil without breaking it apart, and it has some seedlings that I need to repot. So now I have put water so that the roots can loosen up a little and I can remove it, and I'll do that to all these ones. I feel like I've lost some of my flowers, but I can't see from how I have lost them. So now I always feel lost in separating these zebras from their mother, but at least we've gotten a root. Can you imagine separating them and then it doesn't have a root? Like this one, we only got one solid one. I separated these ones a long time ago and they've never really grown, but I know it's because of the look at this. It's actually grown, but not in the ways that zebras grow. So I'm thinking it's because of the lighting situation. Then this, I know when you look at it, you will think that it's dead, and maybe it is, but succulents have a way of surprising you. Sometimes you think they're dead and then you plant the stem as they are, or even the leaves, and they come out with the flowers. So I want to use this soil. I do not have any new soil. Let me get rid of these pots. You see like all these leaves. I'll show you in a few months to come and you'll see how well grown they will be. Actually have a sample here. See that? Even leaves give birth. So that is why I love succulents so much. I find them to be, if you look at everything in this flower, in this vase, you'll see that there are tiny stems that grew from even the tiniest flowers, even the tiniest leaves. The tiniest leaf with roots. So never, and these plants have taught me to never underestimate the flowers just because something is small, or I never discredit anything or anything. I would love if I have this pot to be almost halfway. All I need is roots. So I remove these leaves and leave them at the pots because they make a very good manure, quote unquote. I want to give these succulents a new life. I am careful to break off the sand but not the roots. I mean, yeah, the sand and not the roots. But like I've said, if one reason or the other you cut off a succulent, it will still grow. Somehow, sometimes, some types of succulents, I don't know about this, but some types of succulents manage to grow their own roots even from the leaf, like I've shown you with that one. So this is what I'm going to leave out. Because I don't want for one pot to have more sand than the other, I think I'll put this aside. It's almost a quarter way, so I'll also remove it. I used to use this as a this used to be a plant that died. When I see a plant has died, I feel so bad. I think it's a human being. It's another succulent that's growing. These are the plants that I was telling you before. When I used to put them in good lighting, it used to grow around like this, you know, like a cabbage. But when I put it on poor lighting, it just shoots like straight. Look at this. I wasn't a plant person, so one day I went to an epic event, the epic event by Josomondi. I've said this story before, and someone gifted us one succulent, and one succulent grew to a pot I'll show you later. It was exactly the succulent we were gifted, and this is exactly the box that we are gifted in. Then this one gave birth to the entire pot that I'm going to show you, the one that I put on the brown one. And then these are still children that are growing. There's a part of me that feels like, because of the season I'm in my life, I feel like I have small pots, but this is a little bit nostalgic. And plus the setting of my house, I wouldn't know where to put this. I tried putting it on the window pane, and you can see how it's grown. It's not as amazing, although I know I can take care of this. Taking care of this is very easy. In fact, for the sake of this video, I'll show you how we will revamp this, how we will get so many plants out of this. I will show you. So we won't be removing this one because this is the mother to all these. She's actually the mother of nations, if you will. When I saw the plants growing so well, it gave me the confidence to go buy other type of succulents. I wasn't going to go far from succulents. I remember the day I brought the succulents at home, I looked at the plant, I looked at this plant, and I said, listen, I'm not one person who has got green hand like that. So do not expect me to take care of you, do not expect me to water you. If anything, I will want you to take care of yourself the same way I take care of me. And I promise you, I have learned so much. I have learned so much from this succulent and in the different environments that I've been in. Right now, my incentive to repot is to see how it does. So one of the incentives I have in reporting this is that I want to see how it does in this. I didn't even see it before, but technically, even me reporting this to, I wish I had something as a straight thing. This one is getting into my nails in a way that is not very interesting. She had a stick. Let me go and get a stick. The stick of choice and my pencil. So like I was saying, I hadn't seen it before, but you know, even repotting these plants is almost it's almost like a reflection of my own life, because the place that I've moved into is sort of bigger, and I have grown in one way or the other. I hate this season of my life, but you know, you can't sit here and tell me that the succulents are looking forward to being cut, being uprooted from the place they've known for a hot minute. And you can see how I'm struggling to just scratch the soil off this. I don't think the process is fun. And you know, I was talking to a colleague of mine yesterday, and I was explaining to him how I feel like I'm being pruned, I'm being uprooted from the environments, the routines, the people, the conversation that I've known forever, and I'm being put in a whole new place. So I'm hoping, is, to be honest, this is not even a hope, it's actually a hope. I'm hoping as I report this, I will always look at this plants and learn. Another plant that makes me happy is this. It's beautiful and it grows. Look at that. And then it has a velvety feel to it. I was trying to get creative with the vases. So yeah. I hope I learned something from these flowers. And one of the things I gave myself permission to do is, because I was so unwilling to report this, I was like, what is the point? I do not have a job. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be in this place that I'm in. Plus, I've lost so much. I have lost so much to a point where I also don't want to stay, because staying here also just reminds me of the things I've lost. But everyone, my support system keeps saying, you never know, you never know. And God knows I don't know. So, seeing how I've been supported by family and friends, I thought I should give myself a chance. If people are not giving up on me, how am I giving up on myself? So, to be honest, when I thought of the plants, I just thought they're things that I'm going to throw away. That's number one. Then number two, considering people in my close circles, most of them don't want flowers except that former love interest. Gosh. So before he was a former love interest, he was the person I was going to give this plans to when I re-strategize. Now, I don't know. I'll figure it out. This vase is so nice, but I think I'll wash it and just put it somewhere, because in this season, in this house, in this lighting, this one doesn't work. I want to put everything in these long vases so that I can put it in one place outside my house, so that they can get the sufficient lighting, rain, water and light that they need. When I will be able to sustain it is in a different environment, maybe I'll restore it. But at the meantime, so you look at this and you know she's a child of this. And yes, I know I've said a child. This one is a different genre. When it's not dying, it's a very beautiful flower. I'll be honest with you, my prayer is I gave the love interest to zebras, and it is growing so well in his environment. And one thing that I learned from my mom is, to nations you lend, but to brethren you give. So my mom taught me not to ever give something that I'm not willing to lose. Yeah, so when I gifted him the zebra that I gave him, it is because I was confident that these will give birth, these ones, and they will grow. In fact, I had seen the seedlings that I've shown you before. I didn't know there were this many. So I remember just looking at those flowers and the kind of interaction I had with him last, and I was thinking how much I just want to pick my flowers and just call them mine. But then, you know that thing for when your enemy does do what, you do what. That is the principle I'm trying to learn right now. So there are two things about Hawatheas that I haven't figured out. The Hawatheas that when you plant from in the middle here, they can grow back. There are some Hawatheas that if you cut from here, as long as you've picked a root, they will grow. I don't know. So there's a part of me that wants to cut this thing from here, you know, this way. But then I'm afraid, what if it doesn't grow? Plus, I'm already approaching them from my home, they know. It is bad enough I'm doing that. So let me just do one thing at a time. Let me just report them without an attempt to increase them. What is the name of trying to multiply? So I can see the rosettes. See how beautiful these rosettes are. Anyway, I'm so hopeful with these ones. I am not even worried. I'm not even worried. The trick is to put enough water to remove the flowers, but not so much that to drench the soil. Because now this is a struggle. It should be just something nice. Nice. This is very good progress. You know it's good progress in your hands. So dirty. You can't make omelets without breaking a few eggs. Just kidogo eggs. Look at this. Still a mother to you know whom. No, still a daughter to you know whom. I'm gonna put this one here. Maybe a little bit here. I'm not sure why I'm trying to go 50-50 on these ones. I'm not sure why I'm trying not to hurt feelings now. Is that way you can see both sides? Because I promise you, my method of flowers is not. My method of repotting flowers is not that deep. So we've said what did we say? We're going to put the fancy zebras, Hawatheas here. Yeah. Then maybe you want to put these ones here. Here. Does it already feel like the pot is small for all my flowers? I'm always overthinking. I'm always doing that, you know. To put all the zebras here, because I'm really looking forward to seeing them grow. I'm going to also try to put these plants that are of the same family together, so that I can make the process of thinking who goes where easier for me. There's a plant here whose does it like sun? Does it like look? I have never known what it was. Instead, I'll put these rosettes also here because they don't occupy so much space. And plus, I want to give diversity to this pot. I think this one I'll put on the one that is outside because it already has a family there. That I'm gonna put here.
This is it. What criteria have I used? I don't know. I don't know. What criteria was I supposed to use? Vibes and inshallah, of course. Oh. Vibes and inshallah. In the system of Jesus, take the lead. You take it from my hand. Since I've been, I'm gonna also put these ones. I told you I'm missing some plants. And you didn't believe me. You didn't believe me, but I remembered what plants are missing. The mothers to these two. Where's the mother? Let me go and get that. There's her. There's her. Then there's another big rosette. I'm putting the results. Oh yeah. This one is very gosh. I like the way it's grown. To be honest, I like the way it's grown. Do I go with my gut? Do I go with my gut, or do I go with the truth? With the truth that history has proven to be true. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna put this one here because I refuse to be frustrated by a plant. At least not today. So that is the one. Look at this. It has a seedling. You know, sometimes when you throw plants like this, it covers things like this and then they die. There's something I want to do. If it works, then we have more of this. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to a wood plant and we leave it. I want to cut this one from here. History shows that, you see these ones, they can show more roots. If it doesn't, then I've ruined a good plant, okay? But what is this right without making trials and errors? And then ideally, when I plant this, they should start getting new flowers. Let us see if that will happen. If it doesn't, we have ruined a good plant. And she's currently judging me and it's saying the network. What? But if it does work, which high chance it will. What do you look at that? So that is that. Let me bring the other one. So now, from this came all these flowers, and you know I have gifted people several of them. So trust me when I say trust your cycle. You know what I want to do? Most of these ones that have remained are in the same No, this is a zebra. Where are the zebras? The zebras are here. So these people are here. Are supposed to be here because they were the same brand. Those I have so many zebras. If they agree to grow, they will make my entire life. I love these rosettes. I'm gonna put them here. This is this type of succulent. I put them here. I don't know what these are, but I'm going to put them some here. Almost here. What else? No, this one I know it's got right here. Oh, another rosette. I need to be careful with this one so that I don't lose a flower. And sometimes you might be confused on how you want to plant them or how you want to arrange them. With the succulents, you don't have to overthink. Sometimes you just have to put it on soil. Real farmers say when you plant succulents, you need to give it a day or two so that the roots can heal and they can start familiarizing itself with a new environment. This one, because they're of the same caliber, I'm gonna put it here. So you see, like these ones, I won't dig it into the soil. I'll just put it like that, and then I'll show you a few days or weeks later. You'll see that it will find its way. It's exactly like every other leaf that falls. It somehow finds its way and its footing, so you don't have to do much. You see, like this, it's not deeply rooted, but it's still growing. Because that is what succulents are. Resilient. I really feel happy that I've done this, because watching these plants die while I was living in this house or when I had gone out of this house, it used to tear me apart. So now, leaving it, I feel a little bit better knowing that as long as it's outside, it's going to be fine. Because again, they don't need a lot of water. The more water you put in succulents, the more prone it is to die. I was supposed to rethink this one, yeah? Okay, so I'll do the same thing I did with that one. Because it's the mother, I'm gonna cut it from there. I'm gonna cut it from here. We put this one here. So now, because I don't want to overthink anything, I like the way so now put water so that the plants start settling in nicely together. First, I can put a lot of water. That's the whole point of that drainage that we put there at the bottom, so that it allows these succulents to sip water as hot or as kidogo as it pleases.